you are with me for the morning routines. So at 6:30 every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we have a beginner routine for anybody who has never done any fitness before or hasn't for a long time or is getting back from an injury, just trying to get back into it, get their bodies moving. And it's very short, it's just a few minutes, it's usually under 10 minutes. So if you can find that time out of your day, we are all here for you, and it's so much easier when we do it together. We follow that up with more intermediate, I don't even want to call it a stretch, it's just kind of a morning routine to get your fascias warmed up and your body moving, get you ready for your day, and make sure that everything is ready to go, because if we don't warm our bodies up, we're still kind of half asleep when we go somewhere to work or to do whatever it is, to walk the dog, take care of the kids, get back on the computer, go back to bed, whatever. When your body is ready for it, it's really, really so much easier. And it's also so much easier when we do it together instead of by ourselves. So that's what we're doing. So join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's why I also don't do a warm-up routine in this one, so we have a little more time, because I'm very big on warming up. So I would ask you to please either warm yourselves up or join us for the morning exercise routine, the morning, I say exercise, it's a wake-up routine, so that you're ready to go, even though in this one we're going to be doing just kind of smaller movements. It's the best way to prevent injury. It's warming up, stretching, and really maintaining your body. So we're trying to do a different style each time, and these are movements that are friendly to anybody and everybody, and it's more about giving meaning to the movements. So what we do is first we kind of learn it, we go through it, and then we take one session just to clean it up and do some nuances, and for the last one, then put on a little makeup, a costume, or whatever you feel good in, and we perform it for ourselves. So that's the plan. So we're changing gears. This is going to be to A Little Time by the Beautiful South. I think it's a super pretty song and a very interesting one. It's a dialogue between two people, and the guy is kind of like, he needs some space, he needs to get away from the relationship a little bit and just kind of sort himself out, and the girl's kind of mad about it, because that's not what she wants, to take a break. And so he comes back and he's like, I've managed to come to the conclusion that I do love you, I want to be together, and I'm ready for this, now I'm ready. And she says, well, guess what? I've had time to think too, and I'm done with you. That's all. So it's a kind of back and forth. It's a dialogue. So what we're going to try and do with this piece is to create that dialogue. And we're only going to do the end part. We're not going to do the whole thing. That would be like a full long piece, maybe another time. But for this, we're just going to start with the last part where he's coming back and saying, yeah, I'm ready. So I'm yours now. And she's saying to him, that's tough, isn't it? So what we're going to do is we're going to try and have, when he's singing, when the guy's singing, we're going to be as though we're speaking in this direction, and when she's speaking, we're going to be more in this direction. Of course, we're going to be facing forward. This is an exact replica of the dialogue. This is just we're going to try and represent two people having a conversation. So we're going to start it, we're going to do just kind of a walk-in, and we're going to bring our knee up in the air. If you're more balletic, you can do a passe. If not, just bring it up, and when we put it down, as it comes down, we're gonna change our direction. And this is turned in, there's no need to turn out anything or be fancy. This is just kind of a walk around, so knee up, and change direction. So kind of walking in, knee up, and change direction. And as you do, you want to shift your weight. So if you're coming up, your left foot is going up in the air, and as you put it down, you want to shift your weight. And then we're going to do right, left. And you just kind of have this one resting on the ground, your weight's on your right, and a little chest circle. So this is, if you do my morning exercise routine, this is something we try and isolate. So just come for a minute and give yourself a sturdy stance. And just think about your rib cage. Try and move it back and forth a little, even if it's a small movement, just your rib cage circling. So it's not a whole body circle, it's just the top of your body. So another way to go about it is tilting your shoulders and then pulling your left shoulder back, and then your right, and then coming around like that. But it's more about your chest. It's not really your shoulders moving, it's just your chest going around, and around, and around. So coming in, walk. And the arms are going to be pretty free. So when we're bringing it up, give it a little swing down, just kind of relaxed. And then right, left, your arms are still down. And little chest circle. Step over with your left. And then we're just going to kind of do a rock back and forth. So we're going to be stepping left, right, left, but shifting our weight as we go. Maybe we'll do one more. We'll have to listen and see how that goes with the music. We're coming from here, so bringing it up, left knee up, shifting weight as we go down. And then this is almost like we're kind of kicking our left foot out of the way, but you don't want to jump up. You want it to keep it very low, flat. So little kick here, little chest circle, and step over. And we're just kind of rocking from foot to foot. And when we come to our left foot, you use that to step over. You step right, step left, left, right. Sorry, that's how that goes. So come here, we're going from foot to foot, and pushing off from the left. It's like we're walking in a little circle. So going from the beginning, walking in. And with this, I want you to begin that conversation. So it's like you're seeing someone. You're walking in with your eyes on the person that you're going to talk to. You're lifting up your left knee with just kind of a loose arm. Coming down with your weight also on your left. Kicking with the right. Kicking the left leg out of the way. And a little circle with your rib cage. Forward, and you're going to do weight on the right, weight on the left, weight on the right, and the left. Nice, let's step with the right foot. That way we don't have to cross over. So let's step right, left, right, and coming back to here. And then we're going to move that direction. Let's repeat that a few more times just to get down, and then we'll move on. So, just walking in, ready to talk, left up, fall on your left, shifting your weight, kick it out with the right, little chest circle. And here you can take your eyes off of the person you're talking to, but don't forget that they're still right there, so your attitude is in this direction. Step over, right, left, right. And stepping right, it's like you're walking a little circle, coming back, and you're just going to kind of lean into your left foot. And again, those little kicks, this time kicking the right foot out of the way. But I want you to act like you're just kind of sibling up to somebody, like, whoop, like you're just kind of going up to them because you want to talk to them, but you don't want it to look like you're talking to them. So that's what you want there, like that little action, like, hey, I got something to say. So you're here, coming up of the way, and from here, you're going to go down through the middle. So this is one of our weight shifts. Those of you who know me, I'm big on this. So your shoulders and your hips are like a square, and you want to slide that square across a flat table. So you're going back and forth from one foot to the other. That's what you want when you're shifting your weight here. So that all of your weight, this square, is over one leg. So coming from here, and we're coming up, and we're going to swing that through. And as we swing it through, we're going to bring our chest forward. So this is like you're coming down through the middle. So it's not just going from one foot to the other, it's like a swing. But not too much. This is small movement, but you want to make sure that it's a smooth one going downwards. So come back here, get out of the way. And then he's going to say, I still love you. And we're going to come to here. So left arm, right arm. Let's repeat that bit. So we've come from the chest roll, stepping over with our left. So on the chest roll, stepping over left, weight right, weight left, weight right. This is a very small movement, but you are shifting your weight. You're pushing up from your left, and you're walking in a little circle, and coming to rest on your left foot. And then you're gonna sneak up here, swinging through, and bring your chest forward. So you're really talking to the person there. This is the moment where you've got something earnest to say. And swing. Let's actually bring our right arm and left arm. We can always make changes to this. This is just beginning stages. But let's see how it works with music, how comfortable it is. And this is where his part is going to stop. So let's go through that a few more times and see how we're doing with the time, and then maybe move on to her side of the story. So coming in, and remembering your attitude is towards the person you're speaking to. It's coming up, and you're landing on your left. Right, left, and there's a little shift also of your body here. So you've come up to kind of I want to call it a light diagonal. You don't want to be all the way in a diagonal because you're mostly facing forward. But you want it a little bit of, you don't want to face forward. You want it a little bit to the corner-ish. And it's the same thing here. As you switch feet, you want to change that direction again. It's kind of, I don't say it's rare, but very often we don't face forward, we face to the side in a lot of these. Little chest circle, stepping over left, and the weight change, and little circle, and coming through, and right, left, and that's where we're gonna change characters. So the name of the song is A Little Time by a group called The Beautiful South. I actually don't know a lot about them, but it's an older song. I think it's very beautiful. I don't really know any other songs from them. Just this one. I love it. I think it's a really nice melody and just a good lyrics and all that. So running through it again. So coming in, ready for that conversation, left up, and changing right, 20 to the left. And a little circle. And coming back again, swinging through. And right, left. See if I can put that to words. So you see, I've had a little time to think things over. I've had a little room to find what's wrong. I've had a little time. I still love you. It's approximately that, if you put it to the words. I should have memorized the lyrics, but I was more into the melody rather than the actual. So left leg up and landing on it, and side, just around, step over, right, left, and around, left, and sticking up, and right, left. So on the I love you bit, you want to come from here, so you're here, your weight's over your right leg, and your waist, you're going to twist a little bit at the waist, and your chest is going towards the sky, but your chin is facing forward. So you're still having a conversation, but you want this to project a little bit. And that momentum is going to swing you in, and with each movement, you're going to again turn diagonal. So it's like you're kind of swinging back and forth. Come from here. I still love you. Okay, so walking in. I've had a little time to think things over. I've had a little room to find what's wrong. I've had a little time. I still love you. And then we can move on to her. All right, let's give that another couple of repeats. We're going to do it a little bit faster, and then we'll go on to her as time permits. So coming in. I've had a little time to think things over. I've had a little room to see what's wrong. I've had a little time. I still love you. Okay, let's repeat. I think I was stepping on the left going this circle. So let's try when we go in the circle here. When we're doing that weight shift, let's try it with the left. That seems to work, but we can always tweak it later if necessary. Let's try it that way. So coming in. I've had a little time to think things over. I've had a little room to see what's wrong. I've had a little time. I still love you. Once more, and then we'll go on to her. Okay, so coming in. Remember, you're already, you know what you're going to say. You're coming to have this very serious conversation. So you want to reflect that as you're walking. So I've had a little time to think things over. I've had a little room to find what's wrong. I've had a little time. I still love you. And now we're going to switch over. And we're going to be speaking in that direction. And the attitude is going to be very different. So remember, when you're folding your arms here, that you got to be ready to move quick, and you're going to go make a gesture with your left hand in this direction. Yeah, some people gesture with their hands when they're really trying to make a point. So had a little time, and you had a little fun. So you're coming from here, and you're talking to the other party. So you're left arm is going to come out, moving from the elbow. It's just the lower part of the arm that is coming up and over, like you're offering something, but you're not offering anything. You're just talking. So bring it up, and then your right, you're going to bring your lower arm up to join it. So the left is a little bit in front of the right. And this is all joined by a weight shift. So if you're over here, your weight is going to shift with your left, and then your right. And we're going to train a little bit of emphasis just by a movement. It kind of comes from the middle, and it's like a roll. So it's like your shoulders are just coming tiny back and forward and rolling forward. Boom. So, had a little time. So, oh, sorry. This is had a little time and had a little fun. And then she's going to come back and then, didn't ya? Didn't ya? So again, it's just the lower arm moving. And this, we're having a little bit of a kind of a heel tap here. Just a little gentle, kind of press up, press down, keeping our weight mostly on the right foot. So we come from here, had a little time, and you had a little fun, didn't ya? Didn't ya? Come up here, had a little time, had a little fun, didn't ya? Didn't ya? Let's do that changeover again. So, or let's just do the whole thing again, because the more we do it, the more we're inclined to remember it. So, walking in and have a little time. Things over. I've had a little room. Find what's wrong. I still love you. Had a little time and you had a little fun, didn't ya? Didn't ya? So that's the change there. And you want to think of it as being split, so there's a split personality. And whatever their characters normally are, in this case, he's coming in and he's thinking, yeah, I made up my mind now, and this is going to work out, and all I have to do is go and say, oh, now I am ready to commit, but she's not having it. So she's now, I don't want to say she's over it, because she wouldn't be upset if she was completely over it, but she's decided for herself that no, it's not a good situation for her. And she's telling him very strongly that that is the way it's going to go. All right, so coming in. I've had a little time, think things over. I've had a little room, and sort things out. I've had a little time, I still love you. Had a little time and you had a little fun, didn't ya? Didn't ya? Alright, let's do that done a few more times and then put it to the music, and we'll continue with that in the next session and see if we have any more we need to finish it and then clean it up. Maybe we can make it in a week, we'll see. So, I've had a little time. Things over. I've had a little room to find what's wrong. I've had a little time, I still love you. Had a little time and you had a little fun, didn't ya? Didn't ya? Okay, let's repeat. I've had a little time to think things over. What's wrong? Had a little time, and then we're gonna see how it works with the music. And coming in. I've had time to think things over. I've had room to find what's wrong. I've had time when I still love you. Had a little time, had a little fun, didn't ya? Didn't ya? Okay, let's repeat once more, and then just give it a try with music and see how that goes. Okay. Yeah. Had a little time to think things over. I've had no room to find what's wrong. I've had a little time still you. Had a little time, you had a little fun, didn't ya? Didn't ya? Okay, we found the music, or you can always go back and watch this again and just give it a little try, see how it looks with the music, and we will move on the next time and see if I remember everything. So we're going to start at like 1.5 minutes. So this is the final part of the song. And we're going to, instead of doing the beginning like we've done before, we're going to do the last half. How was it? Did it go okay? Okay, well, we're going to stop there, and I will see you on Wednesday for the next part. And yeah, just try and make your own characters in your head. What happened for this situation, for it to come to this, and what your two characters, what they're like, and your interpretation of how this conversation is going to go. And just think about that contrast, because you know, it's hard to play two roles within the same piece, but this is for practice. So we want to start by being able to flip a switch and go from one mood and one personality to the other within a very short period of time. And this is like almost no time, because you're going right from one to the other. But in this one, of course, it's the emotion and the dialogue that's important. And well, the movements are important, but the movements are to illustrate this relationship situation. So that's what we want to convey. So just things to think about are the kind of slight diagonals that we're moving. Body is going a little bit from side to side with the movements, so we're not facing forward, not facing profile. We're using that to move. We're using our weight shifts, so be conscious of where your weight is, because that makes it much easier to move fluidly from one movement to the other. And of course, with practice, you're going to get more fluid. Remember the swing through, and swinging through, and it's your chest coming forward. And we don't want to make a lot of sharp movements for him. This is kind of the more of a lyrical part, although she's going to calm down a little bit in the next part. So bringing these arms in, and then once you're here, have yourself ready to move. So you got, I think, a little bit ahead, like you're going to come out and start let's say the angry part. Because she's got just a few phrases in there that express her, it was probably a lot of frustration and pain for her. Now she's saying, hey, all done. So, Anyway, that is the next segment of our little choreography workshop. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll come back. I hope you'll do it with me because it's great for practice and it's also a little something that you can use if you ever need it. It's for you. So, my fireflies, I hope you'll join me Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you want to get up a little earlier, you can join me for the wake-up routine. And we're going to continue this. We'll see how many more times it takes us to finish. I think maybe we'll even finish the next one. There's not much left. And then we'll clean it up. And maybe Saturday we'll just come on for a minute and just do it a little. Okay, my fireflies. I love all of you. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like and subscribe. It helps us in the algorithm. And I will see you on Wednesday. Have a wonderful day.